Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. I sound a bit hoarse, okay? I don't, because I am, it is what it is. But I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. This is going to be my review, the live review, honey, for the foolishness that finally ends with Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 3. Honey, look. These people around here need Jesus. We need some prayer. We need all kind of things between Mel coming out her side chick song, Martell finds showing that baby or whatever. We see a little picture of Destiny and Jalen, who was put on social media as well. I'm like, what is going on? Like, I need everybody to go sit down somewhere and stop bombarding us with information that we like. What is going on? But let's see. I'm trying to put the picture now, Martell and that baby, okay? Because the baby's like one right now, and we haven't seen much of the baby at all. And I kept wondering, is he ever gonna show that child? And not only that, the fact that the picture that he did is basically a replica of what Mel put out. I was like, Martell ain't shit. Okay, on any given day, Martell is a piece of crap if you ask me, and Mel is good without him. Okay, but let's see who is it. Oh, not look. I thank y'all for the live watchers. I thank y'all for the replay watchers or whatever. But hello to everyone who was popped in already. I know y'all know how dumb it's not Instagram, honey. How dumb YouTube be sometime, and it takes forever for it to let y'all know when y'all faves are live, which a lot of us were today. And I thought I had Mel's picture on here too. Oh, I do. There you go. I'm trying to send myself stuff. This is what happens when I'm not prepared. And I hate not being prepared and having to pull stuff up at the last minute to edit or whatever. Yeah, my signal is low, so I'm not on screen yet. But hello to everybody. Okay, can I get this picture finally? Because I want to show y'all that first because I could not believe. I'm like, did I tell you that just to Sass White Male for her new single, the Sad Chick Award, and I listened to the song. It's not a bad song either. I'm like, but I just would not want to be the host of the Sagic Awards. But again, Mel has to do what she has to do. Her husband's mistress is out here going live and saying things that don't really matter. I really wonder if Ariana know, don't nobody care what she think because she is a chick. So that part is weird to me. But I like the fact that Mel is playing a long game and realizing I don't have to even say anything, directly to this lady. I can make a song and get paid for it with my streams or whatever, make a video for it and get paid for it. And she over here on Instagram doing it for free. Okay. Doing it for free from her kitchen. But I'm gonna leave that be. Okay. I finally have the picture up with all of them. Let me do it. Um, Sorry for not being prepared, y'all. I be trying to be professional or whatever, but I be forgetting sometimes. But I am here. I'm gonna pop on screen, y'all, because I am here. If I can find the dang on thing to let y'all see me. Boom. Okay. No lipstick or whatever because I'm tired. And again, I just don't feel like it. But let's get into the reunion. So the beginning of it, finally the picture is here. Honey, it just took forever and ever and ever. So, where is it? Where is it? Boom. Martell and his 5 children. Okay, Martell and his 5 children that he finally let us all see. And we see the youngest little boy is like one. Their daughter, Mel and Martell's daughter, just turned 2. Okay, that little boy looked like he just turned 1. And they look like twins. Okay, the baby he holding, his son with that girl, and then him and Mel's youngest daughter on the. And I'm like, why you got your daughter sitting on the floor to the side? Okay, why is it to the side? Okay, it's strange how Martell is stalking Mel as an example. Right, you know what I'm saying? That's what he's doing, and he's doing it to be stupid. If you ask me, it feels weird that Martell gave a birthday shout out to Sugar Mama, not his son, too. Well, this is true. But again, Martell, for some reason, which I still believe, is he doesn't want the timeline to be figured out. But I'm like, we can see that little boy is 1 year old. He ain't two yet. Okay, we know he's not two, so it's like we can kind of guesstimate that, what I'm saying, when that baby was conceived. But copying her whole theme, okay? But as we said before, the kids in Martell's picture look sad. And I know he's gonna say, well, I went for a not smiling thing. No, your kids don't smile with you that much because they're like, who is this new kid that you forcing us to be in a picture with as a family photo, and you did it just to copy Mel, and Mel did it better. I'm like, who dining room chair did Martell steal from this picture? Okay, that's someone dining room chair. He borrowed this one chair, and I'm like, no. And Mel did a throne. Okay, and Mel just looked better. Okay, who wore it better? Mel did. Okay. Martell told me pick look so intense. Like he yelled, sorry y'all, like he yelled at him right before they took it. Because he probably said, y'all ain't gonna smile? Well, fuck it then. Don't nobody smile. No one. Martell wants people to look at him as this, I'm a doting father, I love my children, because the caption that he put on the photo said, many know me as Martell, some call me Holt. Others may know me from Love and Marriage Huntsville. But my children know me as dad. They know my heart. They trust me. They will never have to question who I am or that love I have for them. My 5 heartbeats is what the caption of the photo said. But I was like, sir, we don't care. And not saying that who he is as a husband means he's not shit as a father. But the things you've done as a husband has made you look like a bad father. Because it took you a year to tell your kids about their sibling because you knew you were fucked up. As a human being, as a man, as a husband, as a father, you did mess up because you did mess up your children's happy home. So they know you was dad, but as these kids get older and they're able to watch this show and they see how you mistreated their moms, because let's not, even though we don't like the sad chick bitch, you still call her a peasant on television. So either way it goes, even though in my opinion a sad chick buffet bitch does not deserve my respect because she knowingly had a long affair with a married man, at the end of the day, you still said something against your son's mother on television. Okay, granted, it was before he was conceived, but still, you still won't acknowledge that girl. I'm gonna leave that be. But Martell likes to make it seem as if he's a great father, but you're not. Because you've done things that have hurt your children because you hurt their mom. So Martell can kiss my ass on any given Sunday because it's whatever. Um, and just called her a mistake. Right, just called it a mistake last night. Even though he tried to make it seem like, I'm gonna say my son isn't a mistake, okay? But things that was done before that was a mistake. Well, because you did those things, okay? And it's symbol of the shit. Um, he wants to be king of the castle so bad, but the picture is so creepy. The kids look kind of sad. He forced them to do this. They look upset. Okay. The kids are definitely going giving, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. Can I go home? Right. The baby on the floor. Why the baby on the floor? That's what made me mad. You know what I'm saying? The period. Because why couldn't the two daughters also be standing up? How Maya had the kids standing up around her. So to make the two little girls sit on the floor, you couldn't get a little stools for them to sit on next to you. Really, Martell? Because you tried to copy something that Mel did and could not do it the best, okay? He can't admit his mistakes, period, let alone to his kids. That's very, very true, and that's what he gets, okay? Why have some of the photo like Mel, no creativity at all? He could have done something clown. He's a clown every day. Yes, I felt like he should have held the youngest two kids. I think he had Knox on his lap. Oh, the son name was Knox? Knox Holt? Girl, because I know that girl get that baby, that's his last name. I think he had Knox on his lap, thinking that would bother Mel. He's so petty. Very, that's probably very, very true. A lady on Twitter claims to also be Martell's baby mama. So are some kids missing from this pic? I don't know. I gotta ask Maury. The older daughter looks very uncomfortable. The oldest daughter does, but the son looks like, I'm just gonna look this way at the camera. That's all I can do. Pray for all the children, all 5, because their dad is a punk. He's a punk. He's a punk. Sugar Mama was born before Knox. Yeah, the youngest daughter just turned 2 because Mel they just spoke about that on social media. So she's a year older. So people were saying that they supposedly had the same birthday. But again, Martell does not want anyone to know when their son's birthday is. And I'm like, that's crazy. Knox Holt, girl, Martell and that lady, that's child abuse. Don't didn't he blame Mel for him calling her a peasant? It's so weird how much resentment he has for Mel. And he still loves her. Okay? Yeah, Cole Star still sticks beside him. Like a fool. Like a whole fool. Maverick, not Holt. Maverick, just the meaning of Maverick. I'm not look. The baby innocent. The parents ain't shit. Okay. Happy versus miserable. That is very very true. Up Knox is my name. Um, Look, they had hood twins when they are close in age, right? No, hood twins are when they are born within the same year, either within the same year or they're either the same year or a year apart, but they're the same age at some point. So hood twins can be two different things. Um, Knox's birthday was last weekend. Oh, it's so sad. But let's get into we will beautiful children beautiful children, but the daddy ain't shit. Okay. Yeah. Look, when I hear names, I'll be like, what? What? One is one this month. One is two this month. Oh, yeah, they hood twins. Yeah, they hood twins. I know. Yeah, they hood twins. Honey, because of they damn daddy. Because they damn daddy. Okay. The baby is innocent. The parents aren't shit. But that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? The reason I love my reviewing is because I say stuff off the cuff. Look, when I'm saying little stuff, I have not written anything down. It's how I feel. Okay, it's how I feel. And how I feel is that baby's innocent. The little boy is the little Maverick Knox Holt the fifth. Okay, he's he's an itty bitty baby. He's so innocent, but his daddy ain't shit and his mama ain't shit. Okay, and as they get older, having to explain the reason that your daddy and me ain't together because I was a side chick or whatever for all these years, and your siblings kind of may not like you because they're gonna feel like you're the reason that their life changed. Okay, and that be the thing. You can still love a sibling, but sometimes as children, when you feel like, well, damn, mom and daddy broke up and it's a new baby, is the baby the reason? You have to hope your four kids don't resent your fifth kid because of what you did. Okay. Anyway, male daughter birthday is today, so they're not a year apart. I don't know. A week apart. Okay. It's hard. It's hard to one child to small. Oh, it's hard. Maybe it's hard to have one child small on cue, let alone five. Well, Mel did it. Look at the pictures right there. Mel has all four of her children smiling. All four. And even if the youngest baby isn't smiling because he's so young, that's because their daddy don't know what to do. Okay, so this the only reason this is not relevant is because we see a picture right next to frowning children. We see four smiling children. Okay, not like mama. Who these people? Who these people, honey? Some strangers. We hope the kids grow up and be friendly. We hope the kids grow up and still love each other, whatever. But again, the parents, Martell and that lady, have fucked up things for these children one way or the other. Okay. Um, Papa was a Rolling Stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. I ain't gonna say when he died. Okay. It's confusing when Papa's a Rolling Stone and making babies in the process, and the birthdays are so close. Yes. Right. And why not gonna have no shirt on? Because he ain't got no clothes. Martell had no clothes. Look, let me stop. Let's get to the reunion of it all. So we did see, all the folks out there, whatever. We see Martell still trying to defend Lewis and Tiffany, which I don't know why. But the fact that, not Martell, but Lewis and Marcel kind of still went back and forth. And this is the weird thing. I think people are fully aware that Marceau is aware that his marriage has issues. He does not want to address them for one. He does not want opinions from other people for two. And I think because of that, I don't want to ignore what Marcel saying about Lewis and them. Y'all is being fake and fugazi on BS, and we don't know nothing about y'all. Y'all want to speak about transparency, but y'all are not being open and honest about y'all stuff. The fact that after a little exchange between Marcel and Lewis, that they took a break, and then then Lewis and Tiffany left. I'm like, Tiffany and Lewis didn't give us anything this season. So much so they only came out for that little one part. That was nothing. Or a 3-part reunion for a full season, and you were a full castmate, and you was on stage for like what, 5 minutes? They're each other's advocates. Because I think they were the most hated. I think we hate Martell the most, and hate's a strong word. We dislike Martell the most. Because he's usually the one that's mostly on BS. And with Lewis and Tiffany coming on, Lewis became a hated person, just by proxy of his wife. Okay, that's what it was. And I also feel like Martell know he needs some allies. Because when in next season, who we gonna film with? Okay, he may not film much with Marcel and Maurice, so why not get in the good graces of Lewis, who also may not film much with Maurice and or Marcel? So of course, I'm saying, Baldy Gonzalez and Lewis is gonna meet up together, and thank you for the cash app, Keisha. I got that this morning. I was asleep, but I got it. But it's weird that Martell's mind knows, let me align myself with somebody else who, I can kind of use as a shield in my BS. Okay, fully, fully, fully. Martell showing clothes together to piece together outfits. Just so silly. I don't like how Karla didn't hold Tisha or myself accountable, didn't bring up anything about their storylines or the cheating rumors. This is the weird thing. I seen Carlos put online how it was so much that was like left on the cutting room floor. And I felt like for this to be a 3-part reunion, they focused too much on side piece, side chick, buffet bitch to me. I felt like you could have leaned more in. Like, y'all didn't even cover the Vegas shit. How did y'all not cover the Vegas shit? And the Vegas trip was like 4 episodes. I'm confused. So I think Carlos was like, you know what? People want to hear about Martell, Mel, and Sad Chick. That's the juiciness on the net. So let me dig deep into that. But I'm like, y'all didn't really address most things that happened this season. So that to me was weird, because I'm looking like, nobody, it did. It's weird, girl. And if that was left on the cutting room floor, that goes to show you how production really paints a picture, and they pick and choose what we get to see and what we get to hear. Because to not discuss the fight between Mel and Martell in Vegas, to not bring up how Marcel had to physically remove Martell from the room, okay, to not address, Destiny and Kimmy's, not Destiny and Tiffany's full on, back and forth of it. I'm like, how did y'all? None of that was discussed. So I didn't like how Carlos did not address a lot of stuff, not just with Tisha and Marcel, but about other things outside of Martell being a fucking cheater and a liar, and Mel not being enough. Girl, I'm lead at B. All Tiffany Lewis added was annoyingness. They could have left Tiffany and Lewis off. They got plenty of smoke when they are by themselves, but not much when they are confronted. I agree. I completely agree. Because they still sat there and still didn't say much, in my opinion. Okay. And that was weird to me, because y'all are very boisterous and confrontational in the confessionals. Okay. In the confessionals, y'all have all these things to say, but on stage in front of these people, it was quietness. Quietness. And I was like, get out my face. Okay, get out my face. Lewis messed up when he said, I'm glad he didn't get shot. True. And that was my issue when I seen it on the show. Because, that was insinuating that, had I had a shot, it may have been a fight. And, look, say what you want. Lewis is a bogey guy, but I mean, Marcel and Maurice together can probably take him. Okay, probably could take him. But I was like, yeah. True, Heather, Tiff, and Louis are quiet to and confronted forever and ever and ever and ever. That's why we need a part four. No, we didn't. They should have stayed on side chick, side piece for one segment. One segment of y'all was messing around, you thought you were done, you got the girl pregnant, and that should have been it. I feel like sad piece was discussed on seasons on episodes 1 and 2, and we didn't need all of that. Okay, um, it could have been done better, in my opinion. Okay, I think Carlos thought we'd be exhausted with 4 parts because Bravo reunions be so boring and feel alike. But this is the thing: this show had enough content for 4 parts. The reason I'm saying I'm glad they did not do a fourth part is because the 3 parts they did focus on other little stuff and not the big stuff I wish they would have. I really wanted them to discuss those issues with Black. Right. No conversation about the bullshit at the black bar. At the Black Cigar Lounge. I was like, how did you not do that? Yeah, no one's gonna ask Kimmi and Maurice or Martell and Kimmi, or Martell and Mel about how Marceau and Tisha treated Jalen. No one's gonna have that discussion. No one's gonna bring up when Tisha and Marcel was at that event out of town, and Tisha was tripping because she thought Marcel was flirting with some girl. I was like, I just cannot. Okay, I cannot. So again, seeing Carlos say a lot was left on the cutting room floor aggravates me because I was like, you left stuff on the cutting room floor that should have been discussed. Okay, I want to call the question Marcel on why he didn't stand up with his wife in Vegas. Also, how Marcel and Tisha treated Jalen. You know, hmm I really wanted to hear more about right. And Jalen was there. I have a feeling next season will be the last season because everyone's seeing split up. I don't see them doing that simply because they will consistently, just show the fractures and then say we're gonna keep going more seasons to fix it. And not only that, they can add more people. Give each person a friend of. Okay, period. Is my opinion. But we're gonna see. Okay. Tiffany said 5 word already, and part of that was not no, I was not fired, and that was I'm like, girl, I think that I think that annoyed Tisha that Mel had so much time on reunion. That's why she was over there rolling her eyes over everything. I can agree with that. I do think Carlos favors our Mel and Martell because that's where the fans seem to think it's the juiciest gossip of it all. Um, but cause I don't want to say Carlos is not being a great producer because he was. It was a great season. It was a good reunion. A good reunion. But if you think about it, a lot was left out of the reunion conversation. A lot was focused on just the cheating of Mel and Martell, and even the follow up questions was like, "What?" But there's more. So I don't know. Okay. But I was just like, it could have just been different, in my opinion. Okay. But I'm gonna leave that be because I can dog them for the whole time. So we then see how it's just the ladies on stage, and it's supposed to be an open forum for them to have conversation or whatever. And I'm like, well, okay, maybe this that was, and it's like you had an open forum with all the ladies. Why not the men too, girl? Let me stop because again, I'll keep going. um, so they get into the whole Destiny, Tiffany, debacle or whatever. Destiny still feels like Tiffany is a messy person or whatever, based on her antics this season. I'm like, everyone thinks she's messy because she is messy. I feel like Tiffany came in swinging, and Tiffany felt like, I can come in a little bit messy or whatever, apologize or whatever, and say I'm being transparent, and then I'll be a good character. And Carlos, in my opinion, put too much stock in us liking Tiffany being messy because some folks like messy. We do. But Tiffany came in messy, but also like a fucking cloak and dagger as a spy for the private eye of somebody. We don't know who. And it was like, what was the reason for the messy situations? It's like you were being messy about about a monster, being messy about Destiny's ex-husband. It was like, for what porqué? So I like the fact that Destiny, who and let's not get it twisted. As much as I appreciate her putting her foot on Tiffany's neck about her being a messy ass person, I feel like, Destiny, until you share your life with us, shut up, because you are just like her. Just like her, because y'all are both not really being honest and open about your life. So you can't say she's messing up, so she doesn't say much, but neither do you. Okay, but anyway, Mel feel like, well, I think Destiny, never got over what Tiffany said. And I was like, she didn't, because she didn't have to. She should have, and she could have, but she didn't have to. And I also think Destiny gets aggravated that Mel consistently runs to Tiffany's defense. I'm like, is Tiffany a puppy? Is she itchy bitty baby? I feel like she is, because if not, let Tiffany defend herself and let Destiny fully say, my fucking issue is A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. But I feel like Mel consistently jumps in, and Mel thinks she's trying to help them bridge the gap, but you're making it work, because you're making Destiny feel like you're consistently defending Tiffany. And that's an issue I feel like is the reason why Mel and Destiny are not at odds. Okay. Um, and it's weird. Let me see. Yeah, Tiffany said it was fun. She was a fan. She probably dug up all the tea she could on everyone so she could come out blazing. And it backfired. Um, Oh, from Florida. Hey, Florida. Okay. This is a way to be messy and entertaining. There's a way to just be messy. And that's the difference. Tiffany didn't have anything to back up her messiness, because she wasn't messy and also entertaining. You know what I'm saying? You can be messy but entertaining, and she wasn't entertaining. You left off the entertaining part, okay? But I was like, that's on you. I think Martell is going to spill the beans next season about the boys' trip. After all, there was a side chick who posted the pic. Honey, we shall see. Yep, that's another person. Carlos took it easy on Destiny. Destiny and Marcel got it super easy, which is weird, because I was mad when she said that she just chose not to speak of her divorce thing. I'm like, Nick, what? Get on her ass. Carlos, but he did not. So definitely, Carlos to me had an agenda. He felt like, I can press Martell a little bit, but also go easy on Martell a little bit. And I'm going to press Mel by having to have discussions about her ex-husband's mistress, who's now his baby mama. So I felt like Carlos' agenda was, let's leave it on these things and leave other stuff alone. But I was like, I just did not like it. Um, Now Tiffany brings up how she feels like Destiny is judgmental, and I like uh Destiny response and saying, "Well, when did I judge you? Like, when did I judge you?" And I'm like, that's true, because Destiny's issue always was what Tiffany would do. She wasn't judging her, but she was reacting to what she did. She never really judged her. She's just like, I don't like you because you said A, B, this about me, so I don't like you, whatever. And I don't think that's judging someone. It's like, you can't do something to me and then expect me to not feel some kind of way going forward. Okay. At this point in time, we see Tiffany and Destiny going back and forth. And the fact that Tiffany felt like, well, you always come at me so hard. And I'm like, because y'all fussing. That's what happens when you fuss. Okay, the back and forth of it all will be fussing, fussing, fussing. Um, I I think Carlos is running. Honey, if he was to look, if Carlos was to bring on the baby mama, I'm gonna say this. I feel like a lot of ratchet folk would love that. A lot of folk who like the mess, regardless of what's going on, would love that. However, people like me who be like, man, we don't need her on the show. Like, we do not need y'all to bring on a literal the mistress of a main cast member. No, but I can see him doing it in a way that would be like, well, that's Martell's other baby mama. Kai was on the show, so it would be messy. It would be messy, and I would be like, just don't, please don't do that. Right? No coleslaw needed. We don't need no coleslaw. Get out of my face. Don't do it. but I can see them trying it to see how the viewers would take it. And because we have to remember that I don't think Oprah still owns OWN, and they are really trying to push out other shows that can be a bit messy. So we gonna see how that goes. But that's fine, fine, fine. Mel said that she doesn't like the fact that Kim, not girl, not Kimmy, that Destiny and Tiffany keep bickering. I'm like, that's fine, Mel, but stay out of it. Okay, stay out of it. Now, when Carlos brings up, Mel and Destiny's friendship and how they used to be real close, but this season seemed like it was some bullshit going on. And when Destiny brought up how she had not talked to Mel since they wrapped the show. And I was like, well, how that happen? What for? What for and why? And I think when we interviewed Mel, she said on our thing, excuse me, that was before the reunion wrapped. She brought up how after the season she liked to kind of just, decompress or whatever and be to herself. And a part of me feel like that makes sense for you trying to separate yourself from the cast of the show. But if you and Destiny are really, really friends or whatever, she should not be included in that seclusion. You know what I'm saying? And she brought up how I text Mel, I call her, and she doesn't respond back. And Mel's like, well, that's true, but I was secluding myself. I didn't like that. I didn't. And I'm not saying Mel owes Destiny anything because she doesn't. But I do feel like if I text you, you can text back. Even to say, hey, the season was a lot. I'm finna, I'm gonna take a 2 week, seclusion. I'll talk to you then. But to just say, I was just busy. I was doing my own thing. To me, that do seem like you have an issue with your friend and you're gonna clump her into the whole cast of the show. Okay. But I was like, honey, we don't have time. They went back and forth, and even when Tisha brought up how Mel making excuses or whatever because she did the same thing with me. I don't like when Tisha and Mel go back to that place of season one, season two. I feel like if y'all have fully moved on, stay in that moved on this because what's going on between Mel and Destiny really had nothing to do with Tisha. And even though Tisha said, "Well, let me back up because I don't know your friendship," I wish Carlos would have let that ride. Okay, Carlos was like, no. What do you feel? I'm like, because Carlos likes mess. Okay, all of it, and unless that he did something that we don't know, but that's the thing. I think Mel who kept saying, I don't have an issue. There's no personal issue I have with you. But then if it's nothing, then why would you not respond back to at least a text of what your friend said? Look, I do not talk to any of my friends regularly. Of course, the girls we talk to all the time because it was work stuff. You know what I'm saying? We chat all the time in our texts. But, you know, anytime any of my friends call or text me, I respond. Even when I'm like in my own head trying to, relax, relate, release, I will respond within at least a day to say we have not talked since the season wrapped and you still ain't talked. What's something wrong with that? I do. They still hold on girl to Tisha. I agree. I think Mel needs to do better as a friend, but maybe she felt like she needs or wants too much from her, like Tisha and Kimmi. Um, this is true, and I really feel like this is something else. How did they not discuss Destiny coming at Mel at the little rap party? Okay, to discuss the fucking the tribe or the tribe the support that she wanted. So I feel like was Mel upset because Destiny came to her party and had that discussion with her when there wasn't a time or a place. So I'm like, again, girl, it's on bullshit. Okay, you can take time for yourself without being a shitty friend. Very, very true. Are we TV friends or real friends? Let me know. Let me know. Seeing how Destiny stepped to me at her right. Yeah, this could be it. But I feel like if that's the thing, that's what Mel needs to say. Mel can't keep saying, well, it's nothing. No, it's nothing. No, if it's something, then say it's something. If it's nothing, it's fine. But I feel like it's something. And I don't know. Um, I won't be friends with anyone on that stage, but just because like everyone knew about the affair in some way. Um, I guess so. My real friends know my heart, no matter how much. Absolutely. When Tisha book smart to catch up with her street smart, she will be fired. This is very true, but let's see if that ever happens. Tisha's pissed that Mel brought her information about her husband, and she was throwing shots at Mel when she was going through with Martell. So Mel came back with information she had, and I'm like, but that's the crazy part. We all now know Martell had a whole mistress. And I feel like all that stuff should not matter now. So I just want them to stop discussing it. Leave it be. Tisha and Mel having a back and forth about who's a good friend. I'm looking like, why y'all none of this should happen this season. None of it, okay? And kudos to Tisha for speaking up for herself, but you did it in a way that was stupid. We didn't need to hear from you right now or right here because it wasn't about you, mama. This is a conversation between Destiny and Mel. And we did not need your 2 cents, 4 cents of that. We didn't need any of that because it wasn't about y'all two. And again, like I say, what happened between Tisha and Mel does not mean it's the same thing with Mel and Destiny. And even how she brought up how me and Mel wasn't on good terms during filming, but she was better with Destiny. So, what I'm saying, she treated Destiny better than she treated me. And I was like, girl, I didn't care. I am Mel. I'm going through stuff. I completely shut down and avoid people who are close to the person who caused me pain. But that's the weird part. Because we know that Destiny is close to Martell. We know that. However, you talked to her all season. All season. So to me, that doesn't, mean anything because you talked to her before and after Martell's cheating. You was cool with her all during the season, but we can see that during the season, something broke down between Mel and Destiny, and neither of them seem to want to admit to it, acknowledge it, or they both are saying, "Well, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I'm good. I'm good." And that's why I feel like something happened, and neither one of them want to say what it is, and that's crazy to me. Mel's mom said Marcel was paying bills of the sidekick for Martell. I don't know about that. Destiny and Tisha are needy. They want to be around all the tea for selfish purposes. Okay. It don't matter. Baby Maverick is here. Auntie love the kids. Love for children if his brain's fucked up. Now back with Destiny, whatever, and Mel, they just kind of come to the conclusion of Destiny, like, I just feel like, we were talking all the time and it just stops. And then Mel's like, I'm sorry that you're hurt. Okay. But I don't have an issue with you. And I was like, Mel, but do you? She may not have a major issue, but it's some kind of issue, in my opinion. Destiny has said that Mel is always defending Tiffany. It's true. It's true. And that's why it's weird that Mel doesn't see why Destiny says that. Because it's evident. We see it all. Like, we clearly see that. But it's weird that Mel just doesn't see that. And it's weird because when Tiffany and Destiny go back and forth, I feel like I just want Mel to be quiet. Because if she doesn't be quiet, we can have them either hash it out, but there's no one would then think, okay, here come Mel defending Tiffany. It's just weird. Okay. It seemed like I think it stemmed from Mel's party from her single release and the way that she approached her. It seemed like Mel cut her off after that. Right. Okay, very, very true. Tisha's like her mama inserting herself and whatever's going on. That's what she do. Now they then get on Tisha and Kimmi. Okay, now look, Tisha and Lord. First of all, I need y'all to go ahead and like the video real quick. I need some water. Okay. So they get into Kimmi and Tisha. And I do feel like this back and forth between them was really, really needed. Mainly because I do think that Kimmi holds back going off on Tisha a lot. And I always wanted her to just go off real quick because, again, she has put up with a lot of back and forth bullshit from Tisha and her mama. Okay. And, Kimmi like, look, I felt like the issue between me and Tisha started when, I was still cool with Mel when Tisha was not. And it stemmed from there. She felt like I should have cut Mel off like she did, and that this didn't happen. And when she tried to destroy my family, she tried to destroy my marriage. She was saying this. I'm like, oh, here they go, bringing up the old shit. Leave that shit in the past. Now, while Mel denied trying to ever destroy their marriage and they were fussing, I'm like, see, you try to discuss Kimmi and Tisha, and here come Mel being thrown into the bush of it all and having to defend herself and what happened back in season 1 and season 2. Now, the weird part is Kimmi did not ever have to stop being cool with Mel. And the fact that Kimmi, like, look, at the end of the day, I asked Mel to stop speaking on you, and I did it while you were there. Okay. And when Tisha kept talking over Kimmi, and I like to pipe down, Tisha, pipe down, let me finish. Because Tisha kept talking, and it was when Kimmi said, you talk so much that you don't listen. I'm like, that's true. Tisha has in her head, Kimmi didn't support me. Kimmi, so because that's in her head, she ain't hearing shit Kimmi saying. And it's weird because it's like, how can you expect someone to protect you? You're not listening to them saying, this is what I did. This is what I did for you. And Kim was like, look, I said it in front. I told her, don't do this. If y'all can't stop the lying, just don't talk about it at all. And the fact that Tisha was there means you seen her defend you to Mel. And she said, like, because it didn't air on the show, she likes to make it seem as if I didn't do it, but I did. It's not my fault that it did not make it to air. But I'm like, Tisha wants this blind loyalty, and I don't know why. Because she feel like, well, you have to just blindly support me, not support anyone else, always back me in my bullshit. And Kimmi ain't that type of person. She can't side with someone if she feels they're wrong. And at times Tisha is wrong, and so Kimmi just stays out of it, and that's what she should do. Let me see. I think I'd have seen some stuff about Kimmi and Tisha back and forth. Only proof that ain't none of Mel's friends. I don't think that Kimmi isn't Mel's friend. I think Kimmi has tried to stay neutral because of the bullshit between Mel and Tisha. Um, Kimmi seemed like she was over the biz with her and with Tisha. Like, yo, mama, like your mama's always on her ass, and you never have her back. Yes, we know that Wanda is forever messy. Tisha's that family member who always mad at you for no reason, and that shit is exhausting. And that's Kimmi's point. And when Kimmi brought up how, look, I am just sick and tired of sitting around here and having to just endure the fact that whatever Tisha wants from me, that she feels she isn't getting from me, I can't live up to what is in her head. I can't. It's just too. It takes too much energy. Okay, it takes too much energy. And that's what's stupid to me. She's not getting support from Marcel, so she wants to hang on and blame Kimmi. Marcel doesn't support Tisha. Tisha's wanted Kimmi to have her back, knowing the things that Mel said about her. But why? If my thing is, if she said shit about me, and I'm like, look, can y'all both stop saying shit about each other? That's what the neutral friend is supposed to do. You can't expect people to take your side when both parties are doing wrong. Okay, at all. Teaching all the energy for Kimmi, but as meek as a mouse with her husband, honey. I think shows will be. And when Tisha got, I was supported you, Kimmi. When Maurice proposed to you, I planned your shower, and I'm like, bitch, you planning a bridal shower isn't like you supporting me. And when Kim, like, she's like, first of all, I watched a whole fucking full season of you and your mama talking shit about me. So I said, yes, I called you, I think, selfish or whatever, but I never spoke about your bad attitude or or you being selfish. It's like I think Kimmi was fed up with even having to defend herself to Tisha, because Tisha really feel like, because she always pick up the goddamn bridal shower, and I'm like, so what, bitch? Who cares? Okay. Kimmi wasn't Kimmi wasn't in it. Tisha was being childish. And she still is being childish. And it's like she wants people to see Kimmi as an unfaithful, untrustworthy sister-in-law. When in hindsight, bitch, you act like y'all in high school. And Kimmi just isn't with it or whatever. Now when Carlos asked Kimmi if Tisha is just too mature to have this conversation, Kimmy was like, I'm not gonna say she's too mature, but she doesn't. It's not a world that she lives in. She can't have a conversation about this if she does not live in this world. Meaning she's childish. She's childish. And he asked Kimmy if they were not related, would they be friends? And she was like, no. She was like, don't have, I don't have friendships that drain my energy, basically. And if we were not sister-in-laws, no. And my thing is this: y'all don't even have to be friends as sister-in-laws. I feel like Tisha wants this sisterly, forever in life bond that sometimes doesn't happen. Y'all can respect each other and care for each other, but again, Tisha has this childlike, immature, like high school, first year college ass friendship in mind with Kimmi, but Tisha wants too much loyalty for no fucking reason. And that's the reason why she was like, no, I would not be a friend if we were not family. I wouldn't either. Truth be told, now they bring the husband back out, and the husbands and the mamas. Okay, so Miss Van is out here, and so is Wanda. Um, the fact that they did not have Tiffany and Lawrence, Tiffany and Lewis should just not be back next season because I think they left Destiny out there, but not um or what Destiny out there, I don't know. I'm just Tiffany and Lewis can go away. Now, Van, Mel's mom brings up how she does wish that Martell and Mel could have worked it out. Not with him cheating, but again, she wished things had turned out differently. But she gives him said shit happened, and now I'm just happy that my daughter is not happy. Um, Miss Van is the mom is like, look, I'm gonna always side with my daughter, but I'm also not gonna be messy, and that's where I come from. And Wanda down here, okay, will always side with Tisha, but she would be messy. There are two sides of a mature and immature coin, and Wanda will always be immature. And so Van also brings up how it's hard for them because the kids feel like Martell was the one who fucked up stuff. Okay, it's daddy fault. Daddy did it, whatever. Because he did. Now Martell likes to blame Mel. Well, Mel's the one who told the kid that, and Mel the one. I'm like, no, nigga, the kid's not stupid. They have heard y'all fussing. They have figured out that daddy did some shit, okay, and mama and daddy ain't together. Okay, period. So it's weird. He consistently wants to blame Mel for shit when she is not her, okay? And when Carlos asked if the kids know about the sad thing of the baby, he Mel told him. What? And Mel said, no, 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 no. So we were riding around and we rolled past whatever restaurant. And my kids, so Martell, sad chicken baby, and they baby was out at a restaurant or whatever. Mel and her kids happened to be riding past, and the kids saw their father with that lady and that baby and had a fit. Get away from my father! Get away from my dad! Okay. And the kids are crying or whatever. So again, the kids were shocked because he didn't tell them. So why was you there? Because you was in public. Had you told your children about this, they would not have been upset because they would have known. The fact that your kids at that point did not know, and Mel said that she did not tell them after the fact because it was her place, and she also said it's also not my place to hold your secrets. So if we riding around or whatever, and they see you, what you want me to do? Okay, you should have told your children. And Carlos said one thing that was truthful. Martell, you're on a TV show, so you have to tell them sooner than later because it's on bullshit. What the? It's the best one I could find. I cried that part. Poor kids will be because again, you it's one thing for you to be like, okay, mom and daddy not together, but it's something else to see daddy with another woman and a new baby, and you're confused on what's going on, what's happening here, what's going on. I don't know. He's messy, messy, messy. But Martha mom told them kids, I know right, because she said she told the kids that Mel's song was about Martell, but he likes to blame her all the time, and that's stupid. Um, how the kids know to say get away from my daddy if Mel didn't tell them? Well, no, the kids seen Martell with the girl and the baby. So they seen their father with another woman. Kids saying get away from my dad, that's not something that the mom needs to say. You know what I'm saying? So that's fully on, on Martell. Because again, had he told his kids what was going on, they wouldn't have been confused on why is he with some lady? What is going on here? Whose baby is that? Okay. Um, that's not fair. Mel didn't have to say anything. Mm. Poor children. I wonder why Mel couldn't drive away faster. I blame no blame on her, though she's right. It's not her fault. Because it is her thing is people want Mel to shelter her children from Martell's mistakes, but Martell needs to be honest about what he's done and what he's doing. Okay, but I'm leave that be. Now Martell does say, well, I have to tell the kids or whatever. I'm saying I did nothing because, it's hard and whatnot. And um, he's like, even though what happened was a mistake, my son isn't a mistake, and I won't tell them. Now we now know the kids now know about the kid or whatever. But again, the fact that it took him so long to have that conversation to me is complete bullshit. Now the back and forth between Ms. Wanda and Vanessa. But I'm reading y'all comments because I know y'all saying things I ain't looking. Um, Kids are not dumb; they're very intelligent, and they probably have some idea of what's going on. I agree. Huntsville ain't bust so big, so she went to get her kids dinner, and he was there. What can she do about it? True, very very true. Um, and I think that's what people may not get. People like to say, "Oh, Mel is riding around looking for that man." I'm like, he out in public, you know. Poor baby was probably shocked that is how Mariah felt. Yeah, and because kids are stupid too. They hear everything that goes on in their homes. Carlos is messy as fuck. Did you like how he asked Kimmi if she would be friends with somebody? Tisha, if she was, we said it already. Um, I don't believe Mel would intentionally do that to her kids. She loves her children and knows they are hurting. Martell was ashamed. I agree. I completely agree. He's ashamed, and he know that he fucked up, and he know that his older two kids at the most is gonna have more questions that he can't answer. Cause how did your baby and you were supposed to be mommy? And he don't know how to answer that. You know what I'm saying? Those kids are 10, 8, 4, and 2. They're smart enough to realize that fool was cheating on them on their own. True. Even if no one said it specifically to them, they're not idiots. And that's what's worse about him not telling them because you're allowing them to draw their own conclusions. Now the answer is that he cheated, but again, you don't want them to just make up a whole story in their head. Just talk to them, their kids. The kids know, especially the oldest kids are smarter than we think. Kids also know I knew this up, you know, you knew back in the 70s, okay? And that's how it happens. Um, and there was no such thing as and that's the thing. Your kids have the internet, so not only do they have access to it, their friends' parents. Like if they going on play dates, they did get that baby. It's just all girl. I feel bad for the oldest two. I'm sure they hear things at school. Them older two probably be talking about it because they're the closest in age, and so that's where conversations happen. And that's the part that's like I'm like, you're hurting your kid by not telling them the truth. Martell's glee with my Obama Wanda, threatening to beat up Van ain't shit in it. Vanessa and Wanda, I felt like their back and forth wasn't much. the fact that Wanda keeps questioning if Mel would ever listen to Van, that's her mama. That's her mama, okay? And I like Wanda. I mean, Vanessa, like, Wanda talks, just hear her own voice, okay? She don't be saying shit or whatever. And who will listen to Wanda when she said that, sad chicks should get what the wife gets. So no one listens to Wanda, okay? And when Wanda and Miss Van was going back and forth, honey, and Wanda then said, you should be the one telling your daughter to do tricks like you did in your own video. I'm like, there's not the video. And y'all know there were rumors that who knows who started that Miss Van had a relationship with Marceau and Reese's brother, and how they had like some kind of relationship. And someone said they made a sex tape. I was like, not a sex tape. And so Wanda bringing it up, I'm like, see, that's how we know Wanda is messy as fuck. Because there was no need to bring it up at that point or even at all. And then Tisha, my mama, look, somebody, I told my mama to stay the comments or whatever. Because my mama, she been in the comment section. She reads things that people write and she assumes it's facts. And then she goes repeating it. Wanda ass is too old to be on social media get into this bullshit. Cause like she's saying, she's reading things and she's acting like it's fact because some random person said it. No one believes that Van has a sex tape out here with the brother. Now, could she showed up could because Van kept saying how her and Old Way was not dating with his friends hanging out. Now look, Van, and you and that man were driving back 4 and 5 hours back and forth to see each other. Y'all were dating. Now it may not have ever been a real relationship per se. Okay, per se. Um, boom. That's where it came from. But I also think someone in comments was saying things too. But I was like, girl, don't do it. And even Carlos asked Martell, not Martell, Marceau if he had seen the tape or heard about the tape. He said, I did hear about it. Okay, but I've never seen it. Marceau also said, as Ms. Van was saying that she was never dating their brother, he said, they may not have been like, a couple, but they were for sure, dating. Okay. And my thing is, why does that matter? I was confused on why Ms. Van was trying to make it seem as if they weren't dating. Y'all were. And that's fine. You're a single person. Leave that be. I don't know why Wanda's in everyone's business. She's in everyone's business. Okay. Even her going at a sad chick, buffet chick on social media. And I have the whole video of it, but the damn static and the thing, I ain't got time for that. But she always is inserting herself in things and she'll make it seem as if, well, I do that so Tisha doesn't have to. No, you and Tisha can both stay out of people's shit and sit down some damn where. Okay, do that. Now, it was weird that they didn't dive more deeper into Wanda and Miss Van. I'm like, it was more than that. Why? Okay. Now, when they get into Wanda calling Kimmi a snake, okay, why did you do that? Well, I felt like him saying Kimmi and Tisha used to be together talking shit about Mel. So I feel like if that's what Tisha and Kimmi did, well then Kimmi and Mel must be talking shit about. I'm like, not what? That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. Which to me shows why is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Because you can't say, well, she's a snake because she's probably talking about my daughter. But you don't know if she is or not. It's stupid. It's completely stupid. Okay. And Kim brings up how Tisha, and Wanda will sit around and defend each other. And it's rare for Tisha to get at her mom for her mom being on bullshit or whatever. And then Carlos asked Tisha if she felt like Kimmi was disrespectful to Wanda when they were fussing at Black. And yeah, I do. I do. And Kim was like, look, you get a few passes to talk to me any kind of way. You get a few passes and I'm done, okay? I am tired and I'm not walking away anymore. Meaning, anytime Wanda wants this smoke, she's going to get the smoke. And I appreciated Wanda saying, me and Kimmi are closer in age than Kimmi and Tisha. So Kimmi can't be disrespectful to me because we're peers. Now, that was also shade, but also it's a bit of truth because it's not calling Kimmi old. It's just saying Kimmy's closer to my age because she's older than my daughter. But it's weird that Tisha wants people to respect her mom. Her mom don't respect people, and Kimmi said like if you want, people, your mama don't respect nobody she talks to, so fuck your mama. But No one has to respect Wanda simply because she's Tisha's mom. Your mama is not a nice person. Your mama is ghetto. Okay, she is. And she's on bullshit. And Wanda will forever catch smoke based on Wanda's antics. And I feel like Wanda got the right one in Kimmi. Because as she said, Kimmy's my peer because of her age. So Kimmi can all the time get in that ass. Okay, mama or not, I'm going to get in that ass or whatever. And it's just stupid. It's just stupid. And then Tisha was fussing back and forth about Kimmi not, I guess, defending her and Marcel's marriage to Mel and Martell. I'm like, Tisha's fucking delusional. Okay, she's completely deluded. Kimmi was helping them drag me. I was like, Tisha, get out of my face. Out of my face. Now he do ask because he asked Marceau and Maurice how they deal with their wives being at odds. And Marceau was like, look, it's the outside noise. Like they're both, or whoever is allowing outside noise and comments, and that makes things worse. And I feel like no one looks at and antagonizes over the comments like Tisha did. Tisha had to get off social media because she was always reading comments and feeling some kind of way. So I do feel like Marceau saying that was strictly based on his wife. Because when Tisha hears something from someone else, she takes it as fact, or she at least puts in her fucking Rolodex or whatever to store away to badger somebody later. So I do think it was Tisha Marcel was speaking on more than anything else. And that was basically it. Then the fucking reunion ended. I was like, that's it. Look, it was so much I did not discuss. Marcel doesn't even respect Wanda or their marriage, so Tisha can miss us with the men they respect her mom completely. Okay, Ben, Kimmi, and Tisha no longer talk. Tisha talks to Miss Wanda, and she does Tisha dirty work. I agree. I fully agree. Because the things that Miss Wanda be saying, we think that she heard from Tisha. Because she ain't even around. Okay. Yeah, she's ghetto. I was like, why she keep saying ghetto? It's ghetto. It's ghetto. Wanda was the parent that would beat up the kids. Who would say anything bad about Tisha when she was in school? Toxic. I agree. Okay, I agree. The way Miss Wanda was acting with Miss Van is exactly what Kimmy's been telling Tisha about not checking her mother. True, complete truth round here. Why was this even a discussion? Why didn't he ask Wanda about Samuel baby would want to cut their teeth? Right. So much was not asked. And that's why I felt like part three was so quick and other things could have been covered. Like even having Jalen bring out the fucking wine at the end. I'm like, why did y'all not? He was here and we had no conversation on the thing that was said about him at the black. I was like, it just made me mad because I felt like we not addressing the things going on. Wanda loves being a busybody. That's her true personality. I agree. The way Miss Wanda was acting with Miss Van. Oh, I don't know. Thank you for being a new subscriber. Welcome to the family. Okay. Wanda was a parent. Oh, girl, why am I got to scroll down around that way. Carla was too easy on Marceau. Teacher always sits back and enjoys the show when Wanda's acting a fool. She don't say she sits back and she waits for an opening to make it seem like okay, Mama, you back in? Mama, no, you could have been did that, but you on bullshit. I'm gonna leave that beat too. Marceau's Robin or refusal deserve to be addressed, honey. It's like the Carlos not address all the men's issues. Did he just ignore that shit? I'm sad Marcel cheating. I mean Martell. Carlos was so easy on Tisha and Marcel, especially in Vegas. They didn't even discuss the Vegas trip at all. Okay. They showed too much behind the scene, boy, and not enough explain why you did it. Right. It seemed like it was more about the season two right here. We know that there wasn't a reunion for season two, but that wasn't the reason to address all of that here during season three. We didn't discuss shit that just happened. And my thing is this: y'all had time to do a whole special because Mel and Carlos recorded a whole special reviewing or giving a special look at the new show Kings of Napa. Y'all had time to record a whole promo for a whole other own show. Give us that time back for the reunion. Please and thank you. It made me mad. Um, Tisha doesn't like Mel. She let everyone know last night that she doesn't care for. But this is the thing. I don't think Mel likes Tisha. I fully feel like the things that happened with them during season one, between season one and season two, has made them both feel like we can be cordial on the same show, but I don't like you. Okay, I don't like you. Why was Martell so hyped when Man has? Why was Martell so hyped when Miss Man was being called out about her driving to see Marcus? Because Martell like mess, and I think Martell feels vindicated when anybody else is either like caught in some kind of scandal because it makes them feel like it's not just me. It's not just me; it's them too. Um, it's like they all have something on each other, so they ain't gonna deep dive too much. And that's why I'm like, it was a good thing that Carlos hosted because some things he did hold people speak to the fire, but it was also so much that was ignored. It was like that was an insider reunion because Carlos had insider information. A reunion based on what the fans want to know. How did y'all not discuss Jalen and Black, the Vegas trip? Okay, why did y'all not dive deeper into Destiny not discussing her husband? Also, and then what's going on with Tiffany and Lewis? The fact that he asked the cast, do y'all know things about Tiffany and Lewis that they are not bringing up? And the fact that they all said yes, okay, give us something else besides Tiffany got fired from the Chamber of Commerce. Why not ask them what? So much wasn't covered, honey. Right. The sessions they did not discuss Maurice or Marceau or Martell saying they could have been depressed and went and talked to Dr. Francis. Oh, they could have done four. This is the thing. I would not want four parts if they were not going to discuss all the other things. I did not want four parts for them to keep talking about the same bullshit. And they didn't even really get into the fight fussing between Van and Wanda. And then Martell Mom didn't even show up, girl. I'm just aggravated. Right? We still don't know nothing about them people. Tisha, her country tacky mother, her remedial. Truth be told, Mel was making all the money, and the rest of them not so much. I feel like Mel is making more money than them because she's doing more other things than them. I do think on the show they all may be making around the same amount of money, but I do think Mel is involved in so many other things. That's why her paycheck is higher. Okay, higher. The third episode, it was over fast, but it was also long because I was like, that's it. That's it. Now we see they get another season, which is fine, fine, fine. But I'm looking like, why is it not that y'all are just being honest and saying, hey, we need to have better storylines next season. Like if you're gonna have that, then we're gonna have Tiffany and Lewis. They should have to bring shit. Okay, bring it or no. I thought third part there was nothing. It wasn't much. It wasn't much. Mel treats these women as co-workers only. I think she does that based on things that has happened. I think Mel feels like everyone is probably out to get me in some kind of way, and I can't trust anyone, not even Destiny. I think that's how she feels, and some people do feel like we're coworkers. It's fine, but it's like I need them to address the reason for it and not act like the viewers are seeing shit that we don't see. It's like no, we see the disconnect between all of y'all, between the couples, the friendships, all of that and more. Okay. Um, wait. I don't think there was a sex tape. I do think that Miss Vanessa had rendezvous with the brother Mark, and that's her business. Right, that's her business, and that's like we weren't dating. And she mentioned they married has been fucking okay. Anyway, as much as we like the friends, he was on half the season. Okay, he should have came on and talked to each person. That could have been part four. Okay, Melody's breakout star teacher will always be just like her because she isn't just a big deal in Huntsville. And true, Mel is the more commercially successful cast member from this show. I agree. I do agree. However, y'all, I'm about to go take a nap because I'm feeling just so stuffy and stuff. I thank y'all for coming around here with me, okay, and enjoying part 3 of the reunion. Okay. Now, I'm what I do I want to go live for Portia's show? I gotta see how I'm gonna feel later on, okay? Because it comes on in a couple hours. But look, I'm gonna be live on my channel on Tuesday, okay, at 9:30 for Chit of the Chat. Every Tuesday, I'm gonna do lives with y'all. I may do game night this Tuesday, okay? That may be what I'm gonna plan. Um, but we shall see. But look, have a great Sunday, y'all. Go get some rest. Okay, get ready because Christmas is next Sunday. So get some goodness in your spirit or whatever. Get some rest in your spirit or whatever. Have a good night, a good day. And again, I will see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.